Good everyone, welcome to the NTV and you're watching NTV News at 9:30, your source for exclusive news and entertainment. This is Parnita bringing you today top stories from India and around the world, and the time is exactly 9:30. Diplomatic efforts have successfully ensured the safe return of an Odia youth from Sudan. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Maji has expressed his gratitude to the Ministry of External Affairs for facilitating the return of Adarsh Behera, who was stranded in the war-torn country. Adarsh Behera had gone missing from the EI Frasers city in Sudan, causing concern for his family and state authorities upon learning of the incident through media reports. Chief Minister Maji directed senior state officials to take immediate and appropriate action. In response to this directive, the Director General of State Intelligence Department wrote to Ministry of External Affairs, requesting urgent intervention for Adarsh's return. The Resident Commissioner of Odisha in New Delhi also engaged with the MEA, emphasizing the need for close coordination with the Indian Embassy in Sudan to locate Adarsh and ensure his safe repatriation following precedent effort by the central government. In collaboration with India diplomatic official, Adarsh was rescued with the assistance of international mediators and brought back to the Indian safely. Throughout this operation, continued communication was mentioned with the Indian ambassador in Sudan. Report indicate that Adarsh Behera has been employed at a plastic manufacturing company in Sudan, the Fur region, since 2022. However, fighting escalated and the security situation worsened. He became stranded in the conflict zone. Last month, Adarsh released a video appeal for help, stating he was trapped by the ongoing civil war and requesting evacuation. Sought after, he was reportedly adopted the workplace by a member of the Rapid Support Force, an armed group active in the region.
माने अपहरण करने थिले सेमाने थिले 15-20 जन मु सुरक्षित माने रहिबा पई जाउतली सेमाने मते बाटरू धरने थिले निर्यातना खाइबा पीबारे निर्यातना सब किछि रे देइ छंती मारी छंती मु तांको देशर लोक नथिले ना सेति भाई ना भारत को सेमाने गाली देइ नाथि दिन जानी नथिले मु भारतीय बिली बहुत मरामरी करथिले सेमान तांको आर्मी वाले भाबी के मध्ये मरामरी करथिले बहुत लुची छपी को बहुत कष्ट रे भी जोगाजोग कर सेति सेमानंगो लोक सहित संग रही करी तांको संगे बहुत माने रिक्वेस्ट करी करी भी आनी मोबाइल आनी कोथे गोटे दिन खाए गोटे दिन उपास रहे एमती तांको मेन लीडर को हैंडओवर करी मते छाड़ दे पळै वीडियो करथिले मु वीडियो करने थिली सेमाने वीडियो करथिले मु जहा मोबाइल रो फोन करथिली सेमाने सेंड करथिले मु वीडियो करने थिली सेही आरएसएफ रो कमांडर तांकरी लोक मानन सहित बहुत कष्ट रे रही रासी बहुत खुशी लागुजी 2-3 दिन जंगल रे रहिची जंगल रे रख दिले मते तापरे तांको लीडर जानला परे तापरे मते जेल रे नहीं रखा वाला जेल रे भी लाइट नथिला कि किछि भी टॉयलेट भी नथिला किछि फैन भी नथिला गोटे खाली डोर थिला बस के सुनंती बहुत कम लोक जे भल लोक जे बहुत किछ साहाय्य करिसंदी तांको फोन भी आनी मैं यूज करी 10-15 मिनिट बाय बहुत रिक्वेस्ट कला परे भी दियंती मते आरबी भाषा रे कथा हंती किछटा लोक इंग्लिश भी अल्प बहुत जानती से माने इंग्लिश रे भी कथा हिचन मते अल्फा सिरो आरएसएफ को से माने अपहरण करने थिले से माने थिले 15-20 जन मु सुरक्षित माने रहिबा पई जाउतली से माने मते बाटरू धरने.
A photograph repeatedly taken from within the Ratna Singhasan at Puri Sri Mandir has resurfaced and gone viral in social media. This incident has once again brought into soft focus on the security measure in place at the Jagannath temple, and questions are being raised about the effectiveness of the long-standing provision on photography inside the shrine. The image, which appears to show Lord Jagannath on the Ratna Singhasan, was initially posted on Instagram by the user with the username Asarbat945. It was subsequently shared widely. This viral post has generated significant concern regarding how a mobile phone or camera could have entered the temple, highly restricted inner sanctum. This is particularly concerning given the multiple layer of security and repeated adversaries that forbid the presence of electronic devices. The Dholi gang rape case has been accelerated, with the investigation now directly overseen by the Director General of Crime Branch. The Crime Branch will provide assistance to the Commissionerate Police as they conduct their inquiry. A delegation from the Women Commission visited the crime scene earlier today. They also proceed to police station and discuss the case with law enforcement officials. This disturbing incident occurred the 10th of last month, while 2 individuals have been apprehended in the connection with the crime. The primary suspect remains at large. Reports indicate the victim was Dholi River with the male companion when the alleged assault took place. The assistants reportedly alerted the male friend and took his car key before assaulting the minor on the riverbank. Subsequently, they are accused of attempting to end her life by striking her with the stones.
अभियोग से देइचंती अभियोग आधार पुलिस बहुत शीघ्र ताको अरेस्ट करचंती 2 जन को एटी ताको मध्ये भेटी सारचंती तार डाक्टरी माइना हेई सारची आईन अनुसार जहा हवा कथा आगु को हबा सरकार किंतु ए कथारे संपूर्ण भाबरे संवेदनशील अछंती जत्नवान अछंती आईन थारु केही ऊर्ध्वरे नहंती
अत्यंत कदर्य कथा भी हेइचे ताको नजर को आसी से कथा सरकारनकर एवं आज भी मु कहूची जे सरकार कौनसी भी अपराध हो एवं विशेष करिके महिला संक्रांतीय कौनसी अपराध जेतेबेले घटुची सेतिरे त्वरित एक्शन आज पर्यंत नैचंती निश्चित भाव रे ए केस रे भी जहां आवश्यकता अछि सरकार तांकर पदक्षेप निश्चित भाव रे नेबे.
Odisha Sambalpur witnessed an unusual and crowd scenes on Wednesday as nearly 8,000 candidates appeared for just 187 home guard posts at the Jamadarpalli airstrip. Due to the large turnout, authorities conducted the examination at the airstrip to manage the crowd smoothly. Although the minimum qualification for the home guard post is class 5, many graduates and even postgraduates took part in recruitment process. A similar situation was seen recently in Raulkela, where candidates with BTech and AA degree had also applied for home guard jobs. This highlights the intense competition for even lower level positions. Candidates were seated in the runway under the open sky and appeared for exam in the orderly manner. Despite the unusual venue, the overwhelming response clearly reflects the growing unemployment problem in the region, where many job seekers are willing to accept contractual role like home guard rather than remain unemployed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has received Ethiopia's highest civilian award, the Great Honor Nishon of Ethiopia. This became the first global head of state or government to bestowed with the prestigious honor. The award was presented by the Ethiopia Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali during Prime Minister Modi 2-day visit to country on Tuesday. This marks the 28th top foreign state award received by Prime Minister Modi. Accepting the recognition, Prime Minister Modi stated the award belonged to the people of India, whose trust and contribution have strengthened India-Ethiopia relation. He remarked to be honored by one of the world's most ancient civilizations is a matter of great pride. I humbly accepted this on behalf of 140 crore Indians. During bilateral discussion, India and Ethiopia elevated their relations to a strategic partnership. Prime Minister Modi expressed that the decision will inject new energy, new speed and new depth into bilateral ties, emphasizing both nation and democratic partners committed to the peace, development and the welfare of the global south. Prime Minister Modi also highlighted the centuries of the old-to-people connection between the two countries. He commented the contribution of India teachers to Ethiopia education system, calling education the bedrock of national progress. He further recalled Ethiopia's support on global platform and India's role in facilitating African Union membership in G20 in 2023. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali extended a warm welcome to Prime Minister Modi and noted Ethiopia's strong economic performance. The Bharatiya Janata Party described the award as a testament of India's growing global standing and Prime Minister Modi's respected leadership internationally.
आज इथियोपिया की इस महान धरती पर आप सबके बीच होना मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। मैंने आज दोपहर ही इथियोपिया में कदम रखा है और आते ही मुझे यहां के लोगों से एक अद्भुत अपनापन और आत्मीयता मिली है। प्रधानमंत्री जी स्वयं मुझे एयरपोर्ट पर लेने आए, फ्रेंडशिप पार्क और साइंस म्यूजियम लेकर गए। आज शाम यहां की लीडरशिप से मेरी महत्वपूर्ण विषयों पर चर्चा हुई है। ये सब अपने आप में एक अविस्मरणीय अनुभव है। फ्रेंड्स, अभी अभी मुझे ग्रेट ऑनर निशान ऑफ इथियोपिया के रूप में इस देश का सर्वोच्च सम्मान प्रदान किया गया है। विश्व की अति प्राचीन और समृद्ध सभ्यता द्वारा सम्मानित किया जाना मेरे लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है। मैं सभी भारतवासियों की ओर से इस सम्मान को पूरी विनम्रता और कृतज्ञता से ग्रहण करता हूं। यह सम्मान उन अनगिनत भारतीयों का है जिन्होंने हमारी साझेदारी को आकार दिया।
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर।
बिल्कुल डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. Offices in Delhi will operate 50% capacity December 18 due to the ongoing pollution series. The Delhi government has ordered all government and private offices to function with half their staff present at the workplace, while the remaining employee will be required to work from home. Delhi Minister Kapil Mishra announced all private offices functioning with the National Capital Territory of Delhi shall from tomorrow operate with no more than 50% staff capacity attending the workplace. The remaining staff all mandatory work from home. The directive extends essential services including healthcare, police, public transport, electricity and other critical sectors. The decision comes as Delhi air quality remained in the very poor category on Wednesday morning. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, by 7 am, air quality index reading across monitoring stations were below the severe level, although several areas were classified as poor. By 4 pm on Tuesday, Delhi overall air quality index was 354. Placing in the very poor range, Wazifur recorded the highest reading at 426. On Monday, numerous monitoring stations and reported severe air quality, with some reaching the maximum air quality index of 500. Minister Mishra also mentioned that the vehicle owner have been given a one-day grace period to comply with regulation. He further noted that despite recent surge, Delhi air quality has shown improvement over the past 8 months compared to same period last year, attributing the progress to government initiatives.
दो तीन बातें और बताना चाहता हूं जो आपको सख्ती से निर्देश आपको मानने होंगे। एक तो दिल्ली के अंदर जिसके पास पीयूसीसी सर्टिफिकेट नहीं होगा उसको कल का दिन बाकी है, परसों से उसको पेट्रोल पंप पर तेल नहीं मिलेगा। जिनके पास पोल्यूशन सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है, जिन्होंने पीयूसीसी अपना नहीं कराया, उनको केवल एक दिन कल के दिन की उनको मिल रहा है। कल के बाद ऐसे व्हीकल्स को पेट्रोल पंप पे फ्यूल नहीं मिलेगा। उनको ऑनलाइन कैमरे से चेक करेंगे। जो जिसके पास नहीं होगा वो झगड़े ना करे, उसको फ्यूल नहीं मिलेगा। दिल्ली के लोगों को साफ हवा चाहिए, इसलिए आपको भी उसके ऊपर अपनी जिम्मेवारी से अपने व्हीकल का पीयूसीसी करवाना चाहिए। ये दिल्ली के लोगों को मेरा आग्रह है। मैं एवरेज एक्यूआई की बात जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा था, हर महीने हम बेहतर देने में कामयाब हुए। मैं दिल्ली के लोगों से माफी मांगता हूं, इतना कहना चाहता हूं। 9-10 महीनों में कोई सरकार आपको पूरा का पूरा पोल्यूशन को साफ कर सके ऐसा असंभव है। लेकिन मैं दिल्ली वासियों आपको बताना चाहता हूं, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार जो बेईमानी करके चल कर गई है, हमने उससे बेहतर करके हर दिन का एक्यूआई कम करा है और इसी तरह अगर कम करते जाएंगे तो ही दिल्ली को साफ हवा देनी संभव है। ये 12-10 साल की आम आदमी पार्टी की बीमारियां, 11 साल की और 15 साल की कांग्रेस की बीमारी जो है, जो अभी राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी जी मास्क लगाकर कहने की बातें कर रहे हैं। मैं राहुल और प्रियंका जी से पूछना चाहता हूं, कहां थे आपके मास्क पिछले साल? पिछले साल इससे ज्यादा पोल्यूशन था।
Chennai International Airport experienced disruption to flight operation on Wednesday morning. Dense fog and adverse weather condition in Delhi and other northern states resulted in the cancellation of 11 flights. Airport authorities confirmed that 4 departing and the 7 arriving flights were cancelled. This cancellation are attributed to the persistent dense fog, poor weather and the air pollution that have been impacting flight operation across Delhi and several northern regions over recent days. Flight services in the Delhi surrounding northern state have been severely affected. Several flights scheduled to arrive in Delhi were diverted to other airports due to the challenging weather. Sydney, Australia authorities have been charged as suspect in connection with the Bondi Bridge massacre, filing 59 offences including 15 count of murders. The charges were late funerals of victims. On Sunday, 2 gunmen killed 15 people being investigated as the anti-mystic attack targeting individuals celebrating Hanukkah at Bondi Beach. Over 20 others currently hospitalized with injury. All of those confirmed deceased were inside Jews. Police stated that Naveed Akram, 24, the suspected gunman, was charged after recovering from his injuries sustained when police shot him and his father, Sajid Akram, at the scene. 50 died at Bondi Bridge. The charges against Naveed Akram include 1 count of murder for each 15 facilities and the 1 count of committing a terrorist attack. He also faces 40 counts to causing harm with the intent to murder related to those injured and the 1 count of placing an explosive near a building with the intent to cause harm. Investigators reported finding improvised and explosive devices in the Akram vehicle at the crime scene, and the country enormous is deadliest modern hate-filled massacre. Questions are intensifying regarding how the attack could have been occurred. The ongoing investigation prompted a national reckoning and the anti-Sism, gun control and the adequacy of police protection for Jewish communities in the event. The focus, however, remains the unconscience of family with the Sydney tight-knit Jewish community as they begin to lay their loved ones to rest. The victim ages span from a 10-year-old girl to an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor.
America, but at the same time, we don't need guns here. We don't need guns.
I really don't think it's a gun law problem. I know personally from personal experience of friends who have firearms due to sort of sporting reasons. It's very, very difficult in Australia to purchase a firearm.
This was not a surprise to the Jewish community. We warned the government of this many, many times over. We've had synagogues that have been graffitied, graffiti everywhere, and we've had synagogues that have been bombed. This is not a surprise to us.
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर?
बिल्कुल। डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. President Trump has been expanded travel restriction to include additional 20 countries. Meanwhile, White House Chief of Staff says while facing significant attention following an interview with a Vanity Fair. In the interview, Wiles made several notable remarks concerning President Trump and other high-ranking administration officials. While facing criticism from some supporters, President Trump has voiced his support for Wiles, suggesting and the interview was an attempt to create division with his administration. During the Vanity Fair interview, Wiles reportedly described President Trump as a processing and alcoholic personality. She also characterized Vice President Vance as a conspiracy theorist. For the past decade, furthermore, Wiles alleged former Trump advisor and the Tesla CEO Elon Musk is a drug user, especially mentioning overt time use. However, after the two-part article was widely shared, Wiles contested some of the statements attributed to her. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Wiles stated that the article was a dinking costly, affirming to peace on me and the finest president, White House staff and the cabinet in the history. The report will detail Wiles' comment during the interview, her subsequent statements, and the President Trump reaction Wiles discussing her relationship with her father, Pat Summerall, who suggested with the alcoholism, shared her perspective on personality traits, stating on the high-functioning alcoholics or alcoholics in general. Their personality is exaggerated when they drink, and so I am little bit of an expert in the big personality. Gil Gerard, the actor celebrated for his role Buck Rogers in the 1979. The NBC series Buck Rogers in the 25th Century has passed away at the age of 82. Gerard, who hailed from the Orkneys, died on Tuesday. His wife Janet said on Facebook that the Gerard had been battling a rare and aggressive form of cancer. Prior to his iconic role of Buck Rogers, Gerard appeared in 1997 film Airport 77, where they played a romantic lead opposite Lee Grant. He also starred a moonshiner in the application comedy Hooch before being cast in Universal television production of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, co-produced by the Glenn A. Larson. Today is the 4th T20 between India and South Africa. The two teams will face each other at Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. India is leading the 5-match series 2.1. Team India aims to win today's match and clinch the series after losing the Test series 0-2 and the winning ODI series 2.1. India can definitely save face by winning this series. 4-1 on the other hand, the South Africa who are trailing in the series. The Lucknow encounter will be a do-or-die situation. The form of Captain Surya Kumar Yadav and the Vice Captain Subham Gill in the Team India is cause for concern. Gill has not performed well in 3 matches. Similarly, Surya Kumar has also not performed well. There is information that the management is considering resting Gill in today's match. If Gill is rested, Sanju Samson might get an opportunity. Similarly, all eyes are on South Africa Reza Hendricks. Hendricks is under pressure after falling with 0-8 run in his comeback. He has only half century in 15 innings against India. Odisha is currently experiencing a cold wave, with Similigura recording at the lowest temperature at 5.2 degrees Celsius. The India Meteorological Department predicts this cold condition will persist until December 2nd. Across the state from Koraput to Cuttack, the Bhawanipatna to Bhadrak, a significant chill being felt particularly during early morning, the causing numbness in the extremities. The IMD has forecast dry weather for the next week. In the last 24 hours, Similiguda registered 5.2 degrees Celsius and others saw notable low temperature Koraput at 6.5 degrees Celsius, Daringbadi at 7 degrees Celsius and Fulbani 7.6 degrees Celsius. Jyodhagiri, which had previously recorded 3.1 degrees Celsius, saw a rise to 7.6 degrees Celsius. Nabrangpur recorded 8.8 degrees Celsius, while Chimilpila and Anugal both reported 9 degrees Celsius. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates.